kid at heart, he has very real fears. His fears are valid. But he has no fear from me except for the power of my voice. Between using my voice to uplift him and using my voice to shame him, I would rather use my voice to lift him up. That's what my religion taught me. That's something that is pretty well ingrained in my psyche. What man can call himself a man who does not try to make the world a better place? The things that my predators have been doing to me, I mock them. I've been mocking them. If I pretend that I might do some of the things that these people did to me and to my loved ones, I go to jail. I can even go to prison on absolutely zero evidence against me. Just call me mentally ill. Am I making it about me again? You goddamn right I am. And how fucking rude is that? This man is going through damaging things to himself. Not all of the damage that he's incurred is self-inflicted, and I absolutely refuse to believe any such thing. I am going to admit that in my personal life, making it about me again, all of the extra holes that I have in my body came from running my mouth. There's a video called Jamie Again. You get to see how I deal with situations when they happen, right when they happen. But also when a situation like that happens, God, oh, there are so many of us out here on the streets. And everybody just watches. All street people know the excuses. They don't want to get tangled. And when they get up and out, they also don't want to get tangled because now they have something to lose. His story, you know what I remember about him? Him being nice to me. I talked to him a lot. All he remembers is one time behind the Cheesecake Factory. I used to work at the Cheesecake Factory, by the way. He was friends with Daniel Kitlitz. In one of the recordings, he talks about the table back there and how it's gone. Yeah, I know. That's where I found Daniel Kitlitz dead. Kid at heart knows people. He knows a lot of the same people as me. He's also already decided. The things that he claimed, I hope they're true. I really do. I hope that him believing that he can bully me into things, well, I hope he understands that's not going to work out right. I have to try that. That's how I get your attention. If you got problems of your own, then goddamn yes, I'm willing to help you with it. But I really need help. For 6 years, it's been everybody will eventually help me when their lives are pretty and perfect to, yeah, Sean, go screw yourself. I'm gonna hate you forever for telling the truth. What does this have to do with the stuff the kid at heart is going through? Not just then, but also now, is that this is constant. Are these things really constantly going on in his life? They probably are. The things that he said about his daughter, you know what, that's something that does need to be brought up. It is something that needs to be addressed. It's something that, well, it makes her my personal fucking hero, to be honest. At this moment right now, I'm scared. I am so scared. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to record, or I'm going to play 3 recordings that I have with him to the best of my ability. Because my phone doesn't work so well, I'm going to set it when I get into the what's it here. I'm going to set it up with my computer. I'll set it right next to the microphone that's on my computer. And that way, even though I won't hardly be able to hear it, you'll be able to hear the phone over all of the noise that's in the McDonald's that makes it so that I can't even function. I really want Kid at Heart to be as safe as he possibly can. Also, people have been threatening my family. One of the things that I do is be blatant and obvious and honest. There's a lot of people recently that I have been a complete and total jerk to, and I wholeheartedly admit it. I'm in a desperate situation, I am scared, and I can't take care of myself. And rather than trying to understand that, I am abused for being that way. Kid at Heart is, well, his story should be heard and he should have help. He should have far more than he does. I don't mean a handout. Much like me, he served his fucking time. I'm not talking in jail or prison. I'm talking on the streets and in the workforce. And it's damaging to all of us. Now, the way that he treated me is absolutely the way that males are treated who are victims. There are people who will literally argue with us until we're not friends over using the word victim instead of survivor. Because saying victim is demeaning. Saying victim is like saying that you can't do anything. Would you just shut up and listen? Instead of stopping and fucking fighting over a word. You understand the context with which I'm trying to present it. Why are you offended because somebody who has been victimized and is in a traumatic experience is like that? Has difficulty speaking, and every time you talk over them, they're more afraid to speak. You're going to hear in the conversations with him and I, you're going to hear why it is that male victims have to be afraid. How they are treated when they try to go to friends and family, no matter what their abilities or disabilities. This is how their friends and family treat them, and it is horrible and narcissistic. Is it really narcissistic? No, it's just selfish. There's a big difference. They're blaming me because they don't want to do anything. They don't want to care. They don't want to lose friends. They want people to care about them. They don't want to lose face. They get to hear him just like many of the other people that I have recorded since even before Natalie was killed. That's the thing about Kid at Heart. He was always nice to me in real life, but he and I haven't seen each other in years. He might have just been celebrating last night and I caught him at the right time. Today I got some recordings with him that are very short with his answering machine. His health is also important. A lot of people had health issues that prevented them from helping, except to tell me that they cared. Of course, after, 6 or 7 years of cancer, it's amazing none of them are dead yet. When people want to talk about how mean I am, do you stop to think about how demeaning that is and how horrible it feels? I'm not addressing Kid at Heart right now. I'm addressing anybody who watches this video. Many of you yourselves, you've been victimized. You've been survivors of horrible things, but how long did you have to be survivors? How did people treat you when you went to them for help? Did they help you to turn it in, or did they talk to you like he did? Now, don't get me wrong. I wholeheartedly admit that I was mean to him. Mean to him. I didn't feel that should have been necessary. I'm in a constant state of fear, and oftentimes I'm busy listening to people who tell me that they care, but then in the end, do they really? What do they show? They show that no matter what I'm put through, they don't even want to hear it. That's how I know what everybody's up to, and they know nothing about me. And then they tell me that they don't know anything. I know. I know you don't know anything, and I don't hate you for it. I hurt because of it. I know you think you can't do anything, and that's the problem. You absolutely can. Your voice is mighty. Your voice is mighty. But are you using it to spread slander? Are you using it to spread just what you heard? Or are you looking at both sides? Are you looking at actual evidence? When you people want to treat me like it's hopeless, not with the evidence that I've got. It's not hopeless. This is the exact evidence that convicts people. Kid at heart is not a horrible person, and what he's going through with his health and the hell that his family's going through, that's not proper or good or right. The fact that I can't function is not his fault. But it is something that he can do something about. He can try to understand that I am not the Sean I used to be. I am broken completely. I need help getting off the streets and into a safe place where nobody's going to threaten to kill my friends and family every time one of my predators dies of a heart attack or stupidity. Every time somebody like Alicia Bollinger disappears, I got people telling me they're going to kill me and my friends and family. She disappeared 3 times. Do you know what that feels like? Do you know how much of that I get, especially with people don't deserve what we go through on the streets, or the fear, or the PTSD, which is what he's showing. He's not showing a hatred for me. He's showing a PTSD reaction just like I do. He's not a bad person, and he does need to be heard. His words are valid. His experiences, at least. But after 6 years, how much does he remember about me? Y'all be safe. Good to be with you. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't be caught. Remember, you are your brother's and your sister's keeper, and no victim left behind. Not even Kid at heart.